So, with all the abuse that Cassie suffered being with Diddy all those years, this was one of the only times that somebody actually helped. So, the Diddy trial has entered its third week now, and there has been bombshell testimony from not only a police officer, a fire investigator, an arson investigator, numerous personal assistants, even a security officer most recently. There's been so many testimonies as to what Diddy was doing and everything that he was a part of. And one of the testimonies was pretty shocking. And I want to get into that one in this video. His name was Deonte Nash, and he worked as a stylist for Cassie. And he testified to some very horrible experiences during his time working under Diddy. He actually testified that Diddy threatened Cassie's family and said that he would release sex tapes and basically send those sex tapes to their places of employment, I guess, in an effort to embarrass them and, get back at Cassie for, whatever in his mind was going on, whatever was wrong in their relationship. Deontay also testified that Diddy would call Cassie, the most horrible names, including the B word, the SLUT word, and just very dehumanizing language like that. He testified to a few different situations with Diddy being violent, not only towards Cassie Ventura, but also towards him. There was an incident, I believe, in 2013 in which I guess Diddy was allegedly, you know, uh, putting hands on Cassie. And it was so bad that she actually hit her head on a bed frame and started bleeding everywhere. And I guess that was the cue for Deontay to actually step in because, I'm guessing after seeing all that blood, enough is enough. You got to do something. There was also another incident in which Deontay was on the receiving end of the abuse from Diddy as well. I guess there was a situation where Diddy threw him up against a car and choked him. This is what he's testifying to in court. So for a complete decade from 2008 to 2018, Mr. Nash was dealing with Diddy's, violence, his demeaning attitude, and his just horrible nature in general. And numerous occasions he's dealt with this. At one point, he even said something to the extent of, "Diddy's sanity was my safety." And it took me a minute to really understand what he meant by that. Sometimes it takes me a while to get things because they just normally fly over my head. But what I'm getting from that is basically, as long as Diddy was happy, as long as he was in his right frame of mind, so to speak, everyone around him was safe, or at least they felt safer. So I thought that that was pretty dramatic, a pretty dramatic thing to say, but understandable when you're dealing with an insane person like Diddy. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I know this was relatively short. If I left out anything important, please leave it in the comment section. If I misstated or misquoted anything, please correct me in the comment section. I'm human. I make mistakes, and I'm recalling and freestyling this information for you guys. If you guys want more information, more detailed information on this, please check out Law and Crime on YouTube. Is where I'm getting a lot of information because they actually have people that are in the courtroom and actually listening to the proceedings and reading the actual transcripts. You can also listen to Tisa Tells on YouTube. She's actually in the courtroom as well. Um, there's another person, Lorena, or is it, I believe Lorena from Breakfast Club is actually in the courtroom as well. So there's a few different sources. Lauren, I believe her name is Lorena or Lauren, just call her Lauren, right? So she's in the courtroom taking notes and everything like that. There's a few different people. And until next time, remember, love, peace, and light. Love more than you hate. And I'll catch you guys on the next video on the next update. All right, flip out.